Good morning. It's Wednesday, December 7th. My alarm went off this morning and I couldn't figure out why it was going off because today's supposed to be a day off. So I have, you know, when that brain tricks you and you're like, are you working today? Anyway, it weirded me out. It's all sorted, so it's okay. I actually have a massage at 9 o'clock this morning. I'm really excited for it for some reason. I don't really understand because she hurts me. There's a lot of tightness like in the traps and stuff. I think it comes from like all the computers and stuff like that, but that's also where I wear my stress. But I'm excited about my massage. I have another appointment at 1 o'clock. And it's so funny because I woke up and I have emails from the two places reminding me of my appointments. And then I had 2 texts from the places reminding me of my appointments. So they want to make sure I don't forget. Maybe they know me. I don't forget appointments usually, but anyway, I realized when I got home last night that I forgot to give the name, the green and blue and white and gray. It's coloring book yarns, self-striping. So coloring book yarns, I don't know if I've ever used their yarn, but it's pretty nice. And I did manage to put on yesterday's skeins. I think I managed to get in 2 rounds, perhaps. So I'm hoping today I'm gonna have a little bit more knitting time. Like I have a pretty easy day. I have my 2 appointments, then maybe I'll meet a friend for lunch in St. Andrews here. It's closer. I don't have to go all the way into town. I'll be in town anyway, but yeah, so kind of a chill day. I'm really happy about that. And then tomorrow I'll be with my dad again. So I'm gonna take full advantage of it today. Yeah, let's open some yarn. What's today again? 7. It's a good thing these little bags are numbered because half the time, I don't remember what day it is. Ooh. Oh, I like this one. I dig these colors. Again, I'm gonna probably take a little video over there where the light is. This looks like pink and mustard and brown. All colors I like. Okay, before I forget, this yarn, it's Fiber for the People, Oil Slick. I've never used her yarn. I watch her podcast all the time. Taylor's adorable. Where's my sticker? There we go. So yeah, Fiber for the People, Oil Slick. That's nice. It reminds me of flowers. Like pressed flowers, maybe. Let's see what today's sticker is. It must be movie night. There's pizza. So it's Lorelai and Rory probably sitting on their sofa and they're gonna watch a movie. And Lorelai's t-shirt says Heavy Metal Rules. Cute. It's only 7:15. So I have some time to drink my coffee and knit a little bit, and then I'll just put some clothes on. There's no point taking a shower before going for a massage because it's gonna get all greasy anyway. So I'm excited. Here we have today's minis in the light. It's a bit early to head out for my massage, but the last time I was all stressed out because I couldn't find parking and traffic at 8:15, 8:30 in the big city of Cornwall is a little bit more contentious than usual. So I'm leaving a little bit early. Even if I'm there early, then I can chill out, I can relax, I'm not rushing, I'm not stressed about being late because I hate being late. It's 4 degrees again today, so unusually warm for December, but it's dismal again. I don't know why the sun came out while I was working and now it's rainy and gloomy. I'll take it. It's a great day to just chill out and knit on the couch. So woolly check-in for today. This is just a plain beanie. It's a reverse stockinette with a twisted rib with a tubular cast on. I just made it up. There's no pattern. It's knit out of Cascade 220 that I had left over from a project, I think. I know I made one of these for my friend Nicola a couple of years ago, probably, and I kind of really liked it, so I made myself one. It doesn't really match my coat, but I don't really care about things like that. Anyway, heading out, got my coffee. I'm probably gonna go see my friend Doug. Doug was in my dad's, in the same room as my dad when he was still at the hospital. And the poor guy had been in there for 4 months when my dad got there, anyway, in that room. And we never, ever saw him have a visitor, ever. So my sister and I just kind of adopted him. So I try to stop in at least once a week just to say hi, bring him some candy and a coffee. I know it means the world to him because he tells me all the time that he appreciates it. So it makes him feel good, it makes me feel good, and gives me an excuse to drink more coffee. So I got here pretty early, which is nice because then I get to chill out. I should have brought my knitting though. I'm not sure why I didn't. I probably wasn't planning on having to wait a little bit, but that's okay. Took care of the parking. Oh, I just noticed this really nice mural. You see the Monsteras? That is pretty cool. Anyway, I think I did something bad and I weighed myself before I left the house this morning. So the whole drive in, like 20 minutes, I just obsessed about it. I'm like, holy shit, that's, you know, between 8 and 13 pounds more than I weighed this time last year. So that explains why the coat that I just bought at the end of the season last year is too tight. Well, it's not too tight. I can still get into it. It's just not as comfy as it was last year. Anyway, I'm kind of bummed out now. It's probably going to set the tone for the rest of my day. All right, I'm back. That was a lovely massage. Now my hair is all greasy, so I need to have a shower before my next appointment. But man, that massage therapist is good. It hurts, but it feels good. Know what I mean? My back's a mess, obviously. I mean, we sit in old chairs for 12 hours. And then I went to see my friend Doug. I'll show you guys a picture. He's adorable. And then, yes, I did go out in public like this after. But I'm just gonna run and take a quick shower. There we go. I put you on the tripod so that I could knit and chat at the same time. So I had some lofty plans for today. I have 8 things on my to-do list for today that are outside the norm. I have done this many. So the pressure's on because it's 4 o'clock and I'm already tired. I don't feel like doing anything. I just got home from my, well, it's kind of a late lunch, I guess. So I was complaining about my weight this morning. And then when we went for lunch, we had chicken wings and poutine. So now I feel extra shitty. Yeah, anyways, today's just like a bad emotional day. My appointment that I had at 1 o'clock was actually with my therapist. I started seeing a therapist when my dad got sick because I was experiencing a lot of emotions with respect to the whole thing. With the job that I do, I've become really good at not feeling stuff. I guess it's kind of one of those coping things we develop over time as, you know, people who do what we do. And so I think to a certain degree, we start to feel less and less. It's just a coping mechanism. It's not a bad thing or a good thing. But when my dad ended up in the hospital when he had his first stroke, I just kicked it into doer mode, right? No feelings, just let's get stuff done. Let's, you know, get him set up. If he is gonna go, then let's make him as comfortable as possible if he does. And anyway, over time, when my dad didn't pass and we had to kind of figure out how to care for him, I started to have a lot of emotions with respect to that stuff. And I decided to get therapy. And it's been very helpful. I mean, I love my therapist. I think not everybody relates to their therapist like I do with mine. And a lot of people think, you know, therapy's for crazy people, right? I mean, I had an old friend tell me that when I was in my 20s and I was thinking of going to therapy because I was struggling with an eating disorder and depression because I was in a terrible relationship and blah, blah, blah. And that person told me that, like, you can't go to therapy. Therapy's for crazy people. Well, then I'm crazy because it helps. It also brings up a lot of emotions. It's almost like the more you suppress them, the worse they are when they do come out. So when I left the house for lunch after my therapy session, I was like up here. You know, at work we say like I'm in the red. That's just like I'm not having a good day or whatever. So it was not good, but I have wonderful friends and sometimes it helps to talk. And that's one of those things I've learned over the last almost year now, is that talking is good and people will listen. I'm lucky, I guess. Anyway, so that's a lot of serious stuff. I apologize. That was like a little rant. So let's do the woolly check-in for today. I know I did my hat earlier today, and I'll link to my Ravelry page because I probably have some notes on, you know, my needle size, my yarn, my stitch count, how I did my decreases, whatnot, if you're interested. This is the Fern and Feather sweater by Jennifer Sangas. I've had this sweater for a while and I love it. It's finally starting to pill a little bit just under the sleeves, but I've never gleaned it or shaved it or whatever. It's made out of yarn that I bought in PEI. And love it. It's cozy. I am almost done my first mini from yesterday. I really love this color. It's like a really deep kind of corally pink. It's not too bubblegum. I love it. It's almost close to red. I don't know. I just love it. So I'm going to try to at least finish this one and put on the second one. The coloring book yarn, the self-striping. I'll try to at least finish that for today. And then I'll move on to today's minis if I have time. But I have a lot of stuff to do. And I really wanted, I had big plans, like I said, for today. I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of patterns that I wanted to cast on in the new year. But mainly I guess I'll just touch on one because she has a pattern sale on until the 9th, I believe. And that's Claire Wall. I hope that's her name. It's Flossie Designs. The shawl is here. This is the shawl. Heareth. She had it published in the 52 Weeks of Shawls, the one that's put out by Lena. And I saw it in her podcast. Then I saw it in that book when I went to Lorelai's. And we were talking about it, her and I, and we decided we're going to do a knit along for it in the new year. So if you are interested, you can look at this pattern for the knit along and buy it right now. It's 25% off, I believe, her sale. I'm also knitting her Dorothy hat, which is beautiful, out of my La Bien-Aimée yarn. But because I've been working on this so much, and I have to get the girls' cardigans done for the 15th, I'm on a bit of a tight schedule right now, so that's about it. Maybe I'll be back later. I have probably a couple Vlogmas episodes to catch up on. Other than that, I will be back a little bit later after I've crossed a couple things off my to-do list and finish at least this pink. Okay, see you later. So I'm finally sitting down. I got a couple things done, not too many. It's 6:15. I'm going to watch some tube and I'm going to apply some yarn. Applying yarn was actually one of the things on my to-do list today. It's probably been on my to-do list for the last week, but I just wasn't getting around to it. So this evening took kind of an unexpected twist. Hey Google, turn lights off.
All right, turning 3 lights off.
Wait for it. Hey Google, tell me a joke.
Here's a classic. The right eye said to the left eye, between you and me, something smells.
Oh, I heard this joke. My sister told my dad this joke, but it said between you and me, and it was two butt cheeks. What did the right butt cheek say to the left butt cheek? Between you and me, something stinks. I thought it was hilarious. Anyway, it's definitely funnier with butt cheeks. Yeah, so the unexpected thing that happened was that I ended up on the phone with my friend Michelle for 4 hours. That hasn't happened in a zillion years. And it was lovely. So thanks, Michelle, for hanging out with me for that long. It was fun. It started with a funny story, and it ended up with 4 hours of catching up, I guess, because it had been a long time. So I'm going to bed. I don't have anything especially interesting to report for tonight, so I'll upload this as soon as Jacob redoes my thumbnails because I didn't realize that they expired. The link he sent me for all the thumbnails expired apparently, but I didn't download them all, so I am without a thumbnail for this video for right now. So it'll maybe get uploaded super duper early tomorrow morning if I get up early. Anyway, I'm just blabbing at this point. I'm tired and it's been a long day and long emotional day that ended on a very high note. So I'm very grateful for that. So thank you. I will see you guys tomorrow.